Hey, what's going on, everyone? Getting accused of taking some steroids here lately. So shout out to consistency, shout out to hard work, shout out to having a plan, shout out to having a vision, shout out to getting in enough sleep and healthy nutrition, man. Getting in enough calories from the right foods to help rebuild and grow and regenerate the cells in my body so I can feel my healthiest and look my best. This video is coming at you from the Okanagan Lake. Beautiful, beautiful British Columbia. Just freaking gorgeous, man. Just jumped in. Lake's still a bit cold, so I got that cold exposure effect. Awesome. Feels freaking amazing. Check it out. In your life right now, everything that's going on in your life, I know you have a lot of shit going on. Everyone's got a lot of shit going on. The way you see the future, the way you see the present, even the way you see the past, is all determined by your state of mind. If your state of mind is awesome, and your state of mind changes, your state of mind is like the weather, okay? It's always changing. But if your state of mind is awesome, when you look towards the future, you're gonna be optimistic. The future will be bright. When you look in the present moment, you're like, wow, I'm so grateful. This is so amazing, and life is awesome right now. And if you look towards the past, you look towards things, or you look back at things that were really nice and beautiful and cherishable, you know, those cherished memories. And when your state of mind is shit, like if you're upset or angry, you look towards the future as like doom and gloom. You look at the present as like this dull, boring, shitty place to live. And you look back at the past as like just you're super unlucky and you're like a victim, okay? So, the point I'm trying to make here is that your reality, our reality, my reality, is just a figment of our state of mind. All right? It's just like the quality of our life is going to be dictated by the quality of our mindset, our state of mind, the way we feel. Our emotions are the dictator of our life experience. If we feel awesome, everything's awesome. If you feel like shit, everything's shit. So, what I'm trying to say here is change your state of mind when you're feeling like shit, if you don't want to feel like shit anymore. And stop looking at the future and thinking like, oh, it sucks, or the present moment is like, oh, this sucks, or the past is like, oh, that sucked. Like, you don't need to think in those terms. You can train yourself to think about the past as being awesome, the present as being awesome, and the future as being awesome by changing your state of mind and making it a habit to get into an awesome state of mind first thing in the morning. You start your morning off first thing in the morning in an awesome state of mind, you're going to go through the day, you're much more likely to go through the day with an awesome state of mind. So, in my own life, I used to wake up and I would smoke weed first thing in the morning. Before I'd get out of bed, I'd wake up and I'd roll over and like flick the switch on my vaporizer. I had a Volcano vaporizer, it was like a $700 vaporizer. Flick the switch to warm it up. And I'd just lay there in bed until I heard the thing go tick. And when I heard the little tick going from the vaporizer, I knew it was all heated up and it was ready to go. So I'd be laying there, I hear a tick, and I roll out, and I pack a bowl, the vape, put the thing on the top, hit the switch, the bag fills up with vapor, big THC cloud, take the bag off, inhale it, just get really stoned first thing in the morning, and that was how I went off my day. Okay, that was like after college, I guess. This was vaporizing. In college, I'd wake up, and I'd roll out of bed, and I'd grab a 5-hour energy, crack that, drink that, boom, ready to go, got the 5-hour energy. But before I even got the 5-hour energy, I woke up and I was like, fuck my life, dude. I have no energy right now. And I remember, oh yeah, 5-hour energy, grab that, drink that, boom, awake. I'd go upstairs, I'd pack a bowl and a bong full of cigarette. I'd crack a cigarette in half and put the cigarette in the bong bowl and then pack the top full of weed as well. And take a hit of that, get a nice head rush from the nicotine and get a nice high from the weed. So I'd have caffeine, nicotine, and THC first thing in the morning. And I had some shit food, then I go off to college. And on my way to college, sure enough, I'd have these anxiety attacks, these panic attacks, thinking like how shitty my life is and how much I hate what I'm doing. And it was horrible. So those are two examples of how I used to start my days, okay? I'd either start my day with nicotine, caffeine, and weed, or I'd just start my day off with some vaporizer when I started to get a bit healthier. But now, and that was back when my life like was just, it sucked, man. Like I was just dependent on weed. I was dependent on drugs. I was dependent on substances for how I was feeling. And I had no vision for my future. I had no idea about, food equaling mood. I had no idea about me being the creator of my reality. I had no idea about law of attraction. It was all before that. I was just completely unaware of that. My mom didn't tell me about it. My dad didn't tell me about it. My teachers didn't tell me about it. If they had a class on it in school, I missed that class. Never read any books on it. No friends of mine never talked about it. So I'm so goddamn grateful to have came across this idea, not this idea, but this knowledge, this wisdom of the law of attraction. And this idea of being the creator of my own reality. And the knowledge of raw foods. And the knowledge of state changing. Like, state changing is a thing. You gotta understand that. Raw foods helps changing your state of mind. Like, better food equals better moods, for sure. Shittier foods, shittier moods. There's that correlation there. But there's a lot more to life. There's a lot more to feeling amazing than just the food you're eating. The food you're eating can fuel you, for sure. But there's so many other things you can do to change your state of mind for the better, like meditation. And once I started meditating, I realized, like, wow, you can really, really, really enjoy yourself by sitting and doing absolutely nothing. But before meditation, I would always get bored, and I'd always need to be on my phone doing something. And now it's like, if I don't have my phone, or my phone's dead, or I'm waiting for something, rather than just grabbing my phone, I can just take this 10 seconds while I'm waiting for the elevator to just stand here and meditate, or sit and meditate. Or I'm waiting for a friend to come or call, or just sit and meditate. Like, meditation's a really, really cool practice to just train you to be cool right here in the present moment. Rather than thinking about the future all the time, constantly thinking about the future. It's easy to think about the future constantly, and it's important to think about the future every now and then to plan, for sure, but being cool with being right here in the moment is also very, 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 very important, because you're only ever, like, life only takes place in the now. And if you can't get good at feeling good in the now, how are you ever gonna feel good? You can't keep putting things off and saying, like, oh, I'll feel better once I graduate college. I'll feel better once I go raw vegan. I'll feel better once I get home. I'll feel better once I get my food or something. Like, just learn to be good now, no matter what, regardless of what you have or don't have. Once I started doing that, man, life just got a little easier. Life got a little easier, because I was never dependent on things for my happiness or my contentment. So meditation is really, really powerful. And cold showers, man. Cold showers is like the latest thing I've been incorporating, and it's the absolute best, man. My meditation, I used to meditate every morning for about 20-30 minutes. My meditation's gone down to about like 5 minutes every morning now. Like, I just don't meditate that much anymore, which is really crazy, because 5 minutes of meditation just didn't seem to be enough before to really, like, get me feeling like, everything's perfect now. It took me about 30 minutes to feel like, oh my god, everything's perfect. But when I do cold showers, I feel like, oh my god, everything's amazing. Like, holy crap, like, it totally reinvigorates, totally re-energizes me. Like, I just wake up and I have a cold shower and I feel like just celebrating. I'm like, yeah, I feel so damn good. And then after I have the cold shower, I go meditate, and I'm sitting there in like 5 minutes of just like bliss, soaking in the cold shower effect. And then I'm ready to go off, take on the day. And as I'm going through the day, I'm like, oh, another cold shower. That was amazing. So cold showers are like the latest and greatest thing for me. Even jumping in the cold lake here has been super, super nice. Any cold body of water. But it's what's really interesting about all this is, like, you can learn all about all the benefits of cold showers. You can learn about all the facts about raw foods. You can learn about, all the logical reasons why you should do something that you know is healthy or beneficial. But you're never going to sell yourself on the idea of ever doing something with logic. No one's ever going to convince you of something logically. Like, no matter how many studies come out pointing towards veganism being healthy, there's so many people who just logically, they're not going to go for it. And that's because logic doesn't sell. Stories sell. So whether you're trying to sell someone else on the idea of being raw or being vegan or doing fitness or taking a certain supplement or whatever it is, having cold showers, using logic isn't going to do it. Like, I knew logically that cold showers were the way to go. There's so many benefits to cold showers, and yet I never did them. I knew logically that, I shouldn't be on my phone, last thing at night or first thing in the morning. But it wasn't until I started hearing stories about other people's experience with getting into cold showers or getting into veganism or raw veganism or getting into meditation or getting into not using the phone the last thing at night or first thing in the morning. It wasn't until I heard other people's stories that I really felt emotionally drawn and attracted to doing those things. And so if you're trying to get yourself to get into a certain habit of cold showers or meditation or raw foods or whatever, or you're trying to get someone else to get into those habits, use the power of stories. Like, look for stories, watch documentaries about things, read up on people's testimonials about these things. And stories, they have this way of painting a picture in our minds. And humans, we're visual creatures. We love to see ourselves experiencing certain things. That way we can feel what it feels like to do that thing. When we feel what it feels like to do that thing, we're much more likely to want to do that thing. So rather than me telling you like cold showers are good for your immune system, I'd say something like, like before I started taking showers in the morning, I'd wake up and I'd be tired for like the first like hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours. Now when I take cold showers, like the light bulb goes on like that first thing in the morning, and I go in there, I feel absolutely energized and stoked on life. And when I get out, I feel like I'm in a brand new car. And I get to experience what it's like to drive a brand new car every single day because of cold showers. It doesn't cost me anything. I just turn on the shower, max cold. I go in there, I feel fucking amazing. I come out and I'm like, I'm in a brand new car right now. I feel completely regenerated, completely renewed. And so I can tell you that story, and that's much more likely to do it for you, rather than me saying, look, it's going to boost your immune system, it's going to boost your energy, it's going to boost your testosterone, all these things. Like, sure, those facts tell you something, but the story is what's going to sell you on something. So again, if you're trying to sell someone else on the idea of something, use stories. If you're trying to sell yourself on the idea of something, look for stories. If you're wondering why you haven't gone raw yet, you may have heard about all the benefits for raw foods for a long time, but if you haven't gone raw yet, it's probably because you haven't listened to enough awesome stories yet. So just keep it up, keep researching some stuff, and sure enough, eventually you're going to come across something. Like I was looking at benefits of cold showers for the longest time, and I kept Googling and YouTubing benefits of cold showers. I was trying to look for something to convince me, and all these facts were coming up, but I wasn't really sold on it. And then I would watch like a documentary about Wim Hof, and I was like, oh my god, I'm so damn sold now, man. Him telling about how like his wife committed suicide, and how like his children kept him alive, but it was the cold that healed him. It was going in the cold that completely just rewired his brain and rewired his emotions to really start thriving and to heal. And like stories like that are just like really, really powerful, really touching. Like, wow, this guy that got over the death of his wife using the power of cold. And I'm like, if that's possible, then what's possible for me when I go in the cold? So yes, just something to think about. All right, I hope you have a beautiful day. I hope you have a vision for your future. I hope you know what you want to be doing with your life. And if you don't, then just take the time to figure it out, man. The sooner you figure it out, the better. The sooner you figure it out, the more quickly you can start working towards it and seeing progress. Progress is like the biggest motivator in life. I know for me, like when I was doing personal training, the clients that stuck with me the longest, even with health coaching on the phone, Skype and email, the clients that stick with me the longest are the ones who see progress. The clients who just aren't seeing progress, they don't stick around long. You gotta see progress for yourself, and if you're helping clients, if you're doing coaching, you gotta get them to see progress ASAP and every single time they speak with you. So the way to see progress is to set measurable objective goals and then start working towards them. So set the goals and then find out where you're at now, and then find out where you want to be, and then set some goals along the way. That's it right there. Find out where you're at now, find out where you want to be, and then set some goals along the way. Set some milestone markers, and measure your progress, measure your progression towards those things. All right, and that's how you stay motivated. Motivation can come and go, but when you're seeing progress, it's like so easy to stay motivated. All right, well, that's it for now. Peace, much love. Adios from beautiful Vancouver. No, what am I saying? Okanagan, British Columbia. Vancouver, British Columbia is not here. It's just a habit of saying that. Beautiful Okanagan. Like, this is where the Canada Fruit Fest is this summer. Oh, still a little bit cold from jumping in a few times. That was great. So yeah, see you at the Okanagan Lake here this summer. It's a beautiful cabin my dad built. Beautiful rock walls my dad built. Beautiful dock my dad built. My dad likes to build shit, man. I like to build stuff too, but I use the computer for that. He uses real life materials. Really cool. All right, adios.